Hello to well, big news, big news. Now it's hypothetically one person. I received my first non-me view on a video yesterday. This is not the right world. I'm really sorry about that. I received my first view on this channel that was not from me, and I think that's really cool. Jeez Louise, where am I? I don't know, but there's nether quartz here. Hush, dude. It scared me like that, man. Nah, but honestly, it's the little things like that that make this game worthwhile to play. The ups and downs, ups and downs of Minecraft. But I want to get back to that one viewer. Congratulations on being the first. There's a lot of stuff happening right now. My alarm's going off. Oh, jeez. Okay, 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 okay. What did I have that alarm set for? I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to hole up real quick. I'll leave a little porthole so you can watch that piglin. Uh, what was that for? Exactly 3:30. I have an alarm set on Thursday for 3. What was last week at 3? Oh, I know it was last week. I was supposed to get a scan last week at 3. At 4? Yeah. Okay, never mind about that. I had like this medical thing I had to help someone out with. It's not for me, it's not for my own health, you know. It's just, so those medical majors, they need, all the free patience and help they can get. But where is this guy? There we go. So yeah, basically my friend reached out to this person that I did not know at the time and was like, "Oh, hey, they're gonna be doing they're gonna be scanning you." And I was like, "Okay, I have no idea what a scan is." I don't, I'd imagine it's like, like they put me in X-ray or something. But then I remembered, and they clarified that it wasn't actually like an X-ray scan, but it was an ultrasound scan. And I was like, oh yeah, I've gotten ultrasounds before. So cutting to the chase, yeah, I got covered in ultrasound jelly a lot, and basically like every week I got to sit on a table for 2 hours, which was really nice because I got to take a nice fat nap. That's really the main reason I did it. I was like, you're telling me I just get like 2 hours of the day to just relax and not do anything? And at first I thought I was, like doing it for free. I was just volunteering, and then like at the end of the semester, the person that was scanning me was like, here's $40. And I was like, oh my goodness. I mean, given the amount of time, I had spent like on the table, getting scanned. Like don't even bother doing the calculations. It's less than minimum wage. But given that I just had to, lay there and take it, it was very, I mean, getting paid for doing nothing. Although sometimes it was like such a long scanning session that, like my muscles would like cramp up and stuff. And some of the positions were really awkward, but other than that, I mean, I'm not complaining. It was really nice. Really nice to just relax, really nice to just, I don't know. The only thing I hated about it though was, like that gel, it is not easy to wipe off. It just sticks. And, like a lot of the times there weren't actually like towels to wipe yourself off with. So, I think I'd do a good job. I'd get like 80% of it off. And then I'd go to put my clothes on, and there's just like this patch of gel that I didn't know about beforehand. Or I didn't know about before I put on my clothes, and it just smears all over your clothes. It's like it's like putting on your clothes after you take a shower and you haven't dried off, but worse because it's like slimy. It is an awful slimy feeling. Thankfully, the gel eventually dries, so it's not the end of the world. But even when it dries, it like leaves this these sort of like white markings on your body, like you cover yourself in zinc oxide what is it? Sunscreen? Yeah, zinc oxide. Because that's really triggering my nasal cavity. Uh, but if you're wondering why I talk like the way I do, it's because well, first off, I'm kind of doing this in a bit of a low voice because that's the way I want to do it. Uh, that's the way I like doing commentary. Just very chill, not too hyper hyped up. And also, I have a roommate next door, separated by very paper thin walls, and I'm not sure if this is, quite enough such that it doesn't, go through. I think my roommate has headphones, so they probably just put the headphones on whenever I do this. I haven't bothered to ask them because I'm a bit scared to ask them. It's not like they're threatening. It's just, I mean, if everything is fine, I just kind of don't want to bring it up. I understand that may be a bit of an undesirable character trait, but I mean, it's whatever. I'm not sweating bullets over it. But the second reason I talk like I guess with the intonation I do, that sniffle should give you a bit of an indicator. It's because it's my nose. I usually have a lot of congestion, and if I had to guess that my nasal passages are pretty dang closed, so oh dang, that goes one shot. Ooh. Yeah, my nasal passages are kind of smaller, and also I have to deal with the fact that I'm probably gonna have to deal with the fact that I'm lost. And then that plus congestion, it makes me sound all nasally. And there is a solution. It's called, flushing my nostrils with, uh, I think what they're called is neti pots. Basically, you jet water up your nose with some sort of, futuristic device, and then it literally just like flushes out the boogers in your nose. But the reason I don't do that is because it's kind of just inconvenient, and so I just sound like this all the time. But in some sort of way, I feel like it does build a bit of a character around me, like a bit more than usual. I feel like it's a distinguishing feature, which people can come to like. I understand if it's a bit annoying at first. I honestly believe it could grow on people. I really do. I'm sort of, putting my eggs in one basket. Wait, I have gold pants. Why was that other guy? Was that other guy attacking? Oh, because I mined the gold. That's why. Okay. Oh, wait, no, wait. This is literally the path that I mined out. Except this is the other way. This is the way I went further away. Okay. I could try to talk normal, though. I mean, I just gotta... Hold on. Hello. How are you doing? I am doing fine. Did you see the Bruins game last week? Yes, they threw the game. I don't know what number 36 is doing, but he needs to get his head out of his rear end. Where did that one come from? Speaking of where did fire come from, I just watched Full Metal Jacket. And from the clips on YouTube, I thought the movie ended after, you know, Well, the most famous clip is the one where Private Piles. I'm not gonna spoil the entire scene, but it's he does something, and I thought that's just where the movie ended. It's not. There's a whole other part of the movie. I remember looking at the progress bar on YouTube because I watch YouTube with ad blocker as it should be watched. And the strategy basically is I watch YouTube with ad blocker, so the movies that are typically free with ads that are offered on YouTube now just become free movies. And I've been taking full advantage of that. I've watched that. I've watched Catch Me If You Can. I believe I watched another movie, but you can just watch tons of movies. And when you take out the ads, it's just free, which is awesome. But I'm done watching that scene, and the movie keeps going. And I'm like, okay, this is clearly, after the climax. Sorry, I just rubbed my mic. After the climax, the movie's gonna wind down a bit. This is the winding down. And the progress part isn't even halfway. I'm like, what am I even doing here? Like, you're telling me that wasn't the climax of the movie? You're telling me the movie's gonna keep going? And the answer is yes, the movie does keep going. And contrary to what you'd believe, the fact that the contrary to what I believe, being that I hadn't seen the clips on YouTube, I thought it would be, just like mediocre. Is actually uh I don't know how to describe it other than clenching. It was so just nerve-wracking at times. And other times it was just disgusting. It goes a lot about like, well, I mean, the movie is literally about the Vietnam War, but it doesn't glorify it in any way at all whatsoever. It's things get just like, I mean, the thing is like most of the time it's, like jolly good fun because they're just hanging out in the camp. They aren't as, they would call it in the shit. Sorry for cursing, but that's literally the words they use. That's the words. The quote. That's a direct quotation. The whole movie, they're just like chilling out in non-combat zones. And even then, like some of the things they do, like they buy you know services. I can't even say which services because it's like it's immoral. But yeah, and then when they finally do, actually see some action. Not in that way, but like, get out into the actual war that's going on. Uh, that's, I mean, you just got to see it for yourself. The main reason I ain't saying anything more is because I don't want to spoil it, but also I don't want to go into detail. I think I don't even remember the rating of the movie, but I mean, it's got to be M. Wait, no, is that how they rate video games now? It's got to be like a I don't know. If you're a kid, you don't watch it. That's what I know. That's for sure. But, now to just find a way out of here. But again, I don't want to spoil the movie, but the situation does kind of remind me a bit like thematically the movie. Not thematically. Reminds me of a situation in the movie. That's probably spoilers. I don't know. Do people even care if you give spoilers about super old movies? I mean, here I am advertising that you can watch it. It's free to watch, and like I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm literally telling you to go check it out for yourself. Okay. I think this means I came from up here. Thank goodness I placed these blocks before me, because I would just be completely SOL. Okay. Clearly I came from like up here instead. So, I'll get a good vantage point and then uh honestly, I know this is a bit of a shorter one, but I really just don't want to I don't want to keep this stuff going for too long. I know I've done big extravaganza bananas, bananas, sure. Big extravaganza bananas before, but I'm thinking now I really want to, tone down on what I've done in the past in terms of, just doing hour-long videos. And I think I'm gonna do more so like 20-minute shorter form videos. I think this is it. I think this is actually the peninsula. You know what? Never mind. I think we might actually find the portal. Never mind. Never mind. It's not here. You know what I think we're gonna have to do? I think we're go. Ooh, I don't have obsidian. I don't have any obsidian. We can get obsidian. It's just not likely. What can we do to get out of here? Like in a reasonable time frame. Oh wait, it could just be down here. Okay. It'll drop down. But yeah, I'm gonna try experimenting with more short form content just because it's like well, first off, I don't need to record as long, it's easier, but also in case you didn't notice, uh well, you probably didn't notice because you don't know me that well, but uh my shorter videos, or wait, no, my longer videos, sorry, they're a bit all over the place, it's like, and by the end of them I do get pretty, like burnt out. So I'm just gonna try, segmenting this a bit more into, manageable chunks. So I can actually, like I get, go in, maybe even, edit my videos for once, you know. Ooh. This is pretty big. This is pretty huge. And I think this is the turning point. I think this is the inflection point for another adventure because I'm no longer interested and heading out. I want to go into it. I want to get into the ish and I have to avoid cursing, but also the reference Full Metal Jacket again. But if there's anything you should take away from that movie, it's that war is not good. Can I make this jump? Ooh, skill. It was completely unnecessary, but I did. I will throw you guys a bone. That will make things somewhat entertaining. But I mean, we're here. Yeah, I think this is a good place to call it. Next playthrough, and take down the Nether Fortress. Maybe even get a blaze or two. Well, that's going to be pretty difficult. We don't have any healing. Uh, we got 2 arrows. So how that's gonna go, I don't know, but that's a problem for later. See ya.